Alan, let's go. All right, so now that we're live, let me get a few things going here. Let me get this shared around, and then we will, and get the chat set up here, and then we will start doing some stuffs. So, pop this out, pop out, copy. Paste. Okay. Now there is some scripting I can do for the chat. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to be working on that soon. So let's get this shared around to the Book of Faces. Okay, I posted, bloop, and let's get that shared, bloop. Okay. Wow. I already had an average view of 1 minute and 35 seconds. Fantastic. So, how I'm thinking about running things today, ooh, here's my other coffee cup, is I'm thinking about doing a belt or two. While we talk. Or while I just randomly blather on here. That might be useful for something. That might be useful. You know, maybe I'll make little man a little cloak or something. Yeah. So let's set that one off to the side. Here were all the hooks and bracelets and stuff I was supposed to take up to the store that I forgot at home. Whoops. I have no viewers, but I have an average chat. I have an average duration of 3 minutes, and I've only been here for 3 minutes. What's going on? Something's wrong. So if you're here and you're watching me, let me know. But something's messed up in their thingy. I mean, I won't complain about getting more views and longer views if it's their mistake, but I'd prefer it to be actual real people, you know? So I'm going to a Ren Fair next week, and I need to have a pretty belt for my, oh good, they actually have the things. Or I don't need to, but I would like to have a pretty belt for my costume. Well, I'm just gonna be wearing a kilt. So I got this belt buckle here, and it's not exactly Celtic, but it is pretty. So it's 1.5 inches, which is a little bit smaller than I'd like. I think I'd like a 2 or 3 inch belt. For that, or even a shaped belt, which is like wide in the back and then tapers as it gets to the front. But you know, we'll see. We'll see if I end up going with that or something else. And Alan, good morning. How are we doing today, brother? So I did read all, Alan, by the way, I did read all that stuff you sent me, and so that's what I'm gonna do on Mondays. I'm gonna grab some alcohol. That was a weird cough. But I'm gonna grab some alcohol and try and fix and figure that stuff. I'm gonna sand it down again, make sure there's no oxides or anything on it, and then clean it with alcohol, and then try and etch it. But I could have sworn I've seen everyone do the thing with acetone before. So yeah, you live and you learn. That's why it was an experiment, right? So since the chat is up, let's cut it over to the chat screen. And I could have sworn on my life that I had more Chicago screws, but apparently I do not. And Fallen from Grace, morning. Morning, Jolene. How we doing today? 3 heel bars. Ooh, by the way, if you're going to be doing any leather work, I highly suggest getting these positioning pins. Now, they sell them on Buckle Guy. However, they're like mad expensive over there. No, I'm going to be working on the camper today. Very cool. So, here's these little pins. So you have a knurled. Let's see if will it focus on it? It won't. You have this little knurled barrel here and a little knurled pin. So you pull these two apart, and you get this nice long pin with a nice big head. And I've used this for several projects already, and this little thing is invaluable. You can get them at Buckle Guy, but Amazon is way cheaper. Highly, highly recommend getting these, though. Make life so much easier. Alan is going to be working on the camper today. Ooh. So are you putting the patches in, or are you fixing other things first? And Jolene, baby is still congested, but overall we're feeling better. Well, that's good. It's no fun when the little ones are sick. We actually went to a haunted house last night, and little man handled it very well, actually. I was surprised. But again, he's a Halloween baby and my child, so it's to be expected. All right. So let's move all the junk out of the way. Patches and a seam. Fun. I really should start using my koozies here. I just never seem to care that much, you know. So you sent me a picture of all the patches and stuff you need to make. I don't think you showed me what the seam looked like. That guy up there. Don't need the elastic for a while. There. Oh, I also want to make a little doobly-doo for my one vape. It just gets all crappy with the like sitting in my pocket and stuff all day. So I think we'll clean that out. And I'll burn up some of the scrap, making a little like cover for it. Because, you know, keep your things nice, right? Ooh, you got yourself some apples. Jolene, doctor says it's not contagious anymore, so we had a little outing, hayride down the street, and then apple picking up races. Fantastic. That's awesome. Oh, boy. So I had like the worst migraine yesterday, and it was, I was floored like all day. I don't know why, but like all week I've just been feeling really just kind of generally crappy, you know, like under the weather, but also like achy. My head's been messed up. Slightly congested. I took a COVID test and it came out negative. So I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. Let's get the razor blades up and out of little fingers. So I actually finally broke down and got actual barge cement. And this stuff is way better than the Weldwood I've been using. Now, the Weldwood worked because in a pinch, just cuz. Well, this stuff worked way better. I don't know if I'm ever going back. Fallen from grace. There's some bad colds going around. That's what the little one picked up. He's been fighting this for over a week. Yikes. Yeah, mine picked something up at the last wedding we went to, and it's been not fun. I don't need anything in this cup. Put that up and over. Get this guy up and out of the way. Don't get that there. I love painter's tape. I know a lot of people deride me for it, but painter's tape has saved me more times than I can count. This is great for the blue tape trick in woodworking, where you take a piece, you lay it down, CA glue, other blue tape on the other piece, put it down. It has enough adhesion to keep things together while you're working on them, but then when you're done, you could easily just pop it apart, clean the blue tape off, and you're all good. Love the blue tape trick. It also works for masking off areas on leatherworking projects where you don't want to get barge cement. This is how I get the ends of my my large leather strops all nice and pretty. It's blue tape. I tape off the area, put a very fine little cut in it, and just peel it away very carefully, and I'm able to glue exactly what I need, and then boom, boom, boom. Blue tape is a lifesaver. It's a necessity in the shop. Fallen from grace. Needed apples for dinner tonight. Beef apples cider stew. Ooh, that sounds delightfully delicious. I want to try making my own cider because I have a hard cider kit now. actually have the stuff to do it the proper way, instead of just throwing a one-way valve in a repurposed jug. Boom, boom. Eileen, good morning. How are we doing today? I haven't talked to you, it feels like forever. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a little cover thingy for this guy, for this vape, because it sits in my pocket all the time. But it just gets plugged up with lint and stuff. I'm doing good. I'm glad to hear that. So I'm going to make a little tube or something, like a little sleeve to fit over this, because the air intake is at the bottom, but also the on-off button's at the bottom, and the charging port's at the bottom. So I'm thinking about making a little tube and then putting a press stud on one side of this. Should be fairly simple. And then just flap. Yeah, because I have to keep that bottom completely open. So we'll see how that works out. Should do the trick rather easily. I need a longer strip than this. Yeah, we'll find something here. So what have you been up to? I've seen you posting all over the place. I saw it was your anniversary and other stuffs. And I saw your dinner thing, your Harry Potter dinner, the layout and stuff, and that looked awesome. That looked fantastic. You should be very proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. That turned out perfect. Enough to wrap around it? No. Alright, so this doesn't have enough to wrap around it, either one of these. So I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use both of them. And I think, I could be wrong on this, but I think I can do something like that. I have enough for that. Bloop, bloop. And keep the top of it open. Come back with a nice little circular punch to kind of free this flap up here, and then bloop. I think that's what we're gonna do. Okay, been busy. Last week I was back in PA with family. Did the doctor for last weekend. I was back in PA with family. Did the decor for a Harry Potter themed dinner while working. celebrated our 5-year anniversary yesterday with my first golf outing tournament. Well, happy anniversary. I'm sorry I missed you. I thought you were coming into PA this weekend. Oh, man. Yeah, the Harry Potter theme came out fantastic. And how'd you do in your golf tournament? Like, how was that? I tried golfing when I was younger, and I forget who said it, but I highly empathize with the there's no better way to waste a good walk than golfing sentiment. Just not my thing. Thank you. I've been named the official decorator for their themed movie dinners. Fantastic. Next one is in January, and it's Monty Python Holy Grail. Spamalot. So the planning starts now. Ooh, that'll be fun. That'll be fun, fun, fun. So guys, I think we're going to start on this little doobly-doo here. So I think what I'll do is this guy, get that. I will be still reading off the chats, but I think I'm going to put the camera on the stand back here so you can see what I'm doing. And I love golfing. I don't worry too much if I'm doing it like a pro, but I have fun. Yeah, that's all that really matters. And we didn't know, we know we didn't come in last, but I'm sure we didn't come in first. At the end of the day, if you're having fun, who cares? Well, I'm sure some people care, but nuts to them. Okay, so in order to do this, first thing I need is to figure out where my holes are going to be. See, I was in State College area last weekend. It's the annual trip in to celebrate fall foliage with my the festival at Rams. That's nice. But I miss you guys. But last weekend I was I was actually out of state last weekend at a wedding. Cheap buckles, split rings. Here we go. Press studs. I love having everything at my fingertips. Finally. Miss you too. We won't be in till Christmas time due to our new jobs and timing. Well, let me know ahead of time so we can plan something out or something, you know? I'm still congested. I don't know why or what I have, but not fun, you know? So, let's figure out the left and right on this guy. Got a scratch all here. Thanksgiving invite is always open for our place every year. have to see what her job looks like, but might take you up on that this year. We'll have to see what her new schedule looks like, though, first. Okay? Oh, I should probably set up the camera first before I start doing stuff. So, I don't need the cement. I probably would like some double stick tape. Droid cam. Bloop. And start. All right. Okay. Why are you... There we go. Okay. We're going to fade over to that, and I still have the chat open, so I can still read all your stuff. We're gonna work on a little doobly-doo here, and maybe it'll actually work out too. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Okay, so it doesn't need to be that long. And yeah, I know if I wet molded this would be a lot easier, but I don't have that kind of time or patience. Okay. So don't need that or that. Let's get those out of the way. And what is an appropriate size punch for this, guys? By the way, I absolutely love all these little, like, antique press studs and stuff. They just work out so nicely. So I think the smallest hole is the one that I use. That's nice and tight. So let's take this guy. We'll do just a hair up there. And we'll do it to this little silver piece right there. I'll take that and scratch across it. There's a good lineup spot. Then, oh, I need to figure out the center of this thing as well before I just start going and doing things willy-nilly. Be on there nice and straight. That's where we're going to cut. That's where I want the stitch line to be. And how am I going to transfer that over? Just like this. Stitch line, cut line. There's my center. And I think I'm going to put the whole, let's call it right there. Yeah, should be good. Bloop. Always make sure to press in to get good adhesion. I don't know where my knife is. Huh. Let's see if we can just get it with a little thing here. See if the scratch all will do anything for us. Ah, scratch all's coming through. Look at that. Sort of. Maybe that's what I should be doing, is using my scratch awl instead of using my knife. So I do have fun, exciting news. I got into the store and I was actually able to, on day one, pay my first month's rent. Before I even walked out of there. So I walked out of there, paying the first month's rent, and I even had money coming in. That's only $15, but hey, proof of concept worked. So these boards here warp as you use them, because as you're punching holes and stuff, it makes this material expand on this side doesn't, so it starts crowning and stuff. So I tried to flip it over so I can kind of work it back and forth evenly. I mean, your mileage may vary, but let's get this guy trimmed up. And I know I'm just completely eyeballing this, but I think we'll do a good enough job. I know I'm using my skiving knife like a head knife. Somebody somewhere is rolling in their grave, I'm sure. Do a little, we're going to make those stitches just a little bit closer to the edge than normal. And I have to say, this Cobra leather, however you want to pronounce it, I love this stuff. It is by far my favorite leather to work with. I find it easier to punch towards myself, because I'm weird like that. Maybe that's the side project I'll work on today. Improving my lighting in here. Because I actually have the stuff for it. And I actually just got the foam that goes underneath here too, so I might have to okay, so we got that. 1 millimeter, where's 6 millimeter? There we go, there's the 0.6. One, two, three, and a little extra. I have no idea what's going on there. Apparently my thread here has 3 tails. So I am just very happy that I got that whole mess with the store finished, and, well, not finished. I'm still going to end up bringing a bunch of stuff in. Still. However, I'm just so glad that I got it taken care of, and I have the initial thing in there. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that, like, I stress out over way too much for what it is. I should go on that side. I know this is just a very simple, almost ridiculously simple project, but it's something that's been bugging me for a while. And if I have the ability to, I think if you have the ability to fix something that's been bugging you, you're almost required to do it. You know what I mean? Just one of those things that you just gotta get off your butt and do it. So I have decided to start making foraging bags too. One problem with that, and maybe you guys can help me out. I want to use waxed canvas, but it seems like no one around actually just sells waxed canvas. I know, shocker. So if you guys have any leads on a good and reliable waxed canvas source, like waxed duck cloth, please let me know, because I would greatly appreciate that. one side. I always try to be rather gentle for, like when I'm pressing the burnt end in, just because, you know, I don't know. I worry about things, and I think if I press it in too much, it would get, you know, not necessarily really messed up, but it just, I think it looks bad, just in general, if you have a big glob there, which is one issue I have with my 1mm thread. I know it's only 0.6 millimeters bigger, or 0.4 bigger, but it seems like it has much more of a tendency to mush than the 0.6. I mean, in one sense, that's good, because it locks everything in just that little bit more. However, it's just, you know, it's not as aesthetically pleasing to me. That messed that one up a little bit. Let's see if we could fix that. See, there's a couple there. I kind of went off track a little bit. See if I just go in like that, maybe. Right there, maybe. Please don't. And we'll see if that works. If not, oh well. I mean, either way, it's still gonna work. It just, we'll see how well it works. And it probably would have been smarter to punch everything before stitching it, just in case I did go a little off, you know, awry, that it wouldn't mess my whole day up. But yeah, it's not going to mess my whole day up. What am I talking about? At worst, it's just a little inconvenience. And chat's dead. Are you guys still there? You guys still there? Or did everything freeze up on me? Which that is entirely possible. No, it looks like people are still here. Just no one's talking. So Eileen, are you working? All right. Eileen, are you working on anything today? Or are you just taking the day off to bask in your glory? No, it's recovering days right now. Clean up and get ready for the next step. Yeah, I should probably do that at some point. All right, now, how about we see if this actually fits before I go any further? There's a bone folder. Just get in there. I guess I don't need one. Oh, so I have a picture to send you. If I don't send it to you after we get off, bug me. Okay, well, it does fit. So we'll finish working this. And then, why am I doing that? I have a magnet right there. So this guy, here I have up there to come down. I want that pretty tight. Just a little bit more. So what is the next step for you then, Eileen? Oh, got a message up here. Ooh, that looks like a good breakfast there, Jolene. I'll just break this in just a little bit. And just saying, Michaels is now selling Glowforge models. Just putting that out there for you. Eileen, I have a raffle basket to do for next Sunday, 2 tumblers for customers, and then planning the January dinner. You're getting nice and ahead of yourself. And Jolene, that's why I've been quiet. Feeding the family. Nice. Yeah, I think I want to do a rounded punch. Oops. Well, that knocks loudly. Yeah, I'll do that. That one kind of flares out a little up top anyways. Jeez, this is dull. There we go. That was not nice. To sharpen these things. There we go. Bump right there. I don't like that bump. I know I'm getting a little persnickety at this point. There we go. But show. You little bastard. Rich and I know what I want for Christmas. Ooh, and what might that be? Now I need a, it'd be a little bit easier, I think, if I did it like this. Well, still tight. I think once I get that initial stretch on there, it might a little bit better. An engraving tool. Ooh. Like tap, 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 tap engraver, or like A laser engraver, or what are you thinking about? So this is definitely tighter at the bottom, so which I suppose is a good thing. Machine like Glowforge X-Tool system. You know what? I'm actually thinking I'm going to be getting something like that soon myself. That's part of the condition for doing these swords. The guy I'm doing them for is, yo, what's happening, Knightsmith? What's happening to yourself there, Ken? I'm just making a little, right now I'm just making a little cover for my one vape because the inside of it gets all nasty and cruddy really fast. So, just a little, flip top cover. But the guy I'm making the swords for, he's going to buy me a laser engraver and then come over and set it up for me and teach me how to use it. So yeah, I might have made this just a touch on the tight side. Nice. Do I have any water? No. You know what? We'll get this figured out. I have to keep myself from getting torn up. Let me put on the press stud now. So once this thing goes in there, I don't think it's coming out. I mean, we'll get it there. But oh boy, moi. Let's just try and work this a little bit. See how that did. Fat man in a little coat. more than halfway each direction. So you'd think. It doesn't help that this is like a semi-grippy rubber, and the inside of the leather, the napped part, the flesh side, is also grippy. But maybe I should have sewn it on instead of trying to slip it on. Well, it's getting a good patina now just from my hands. Yeah, oh, look, you can see the tip. This whole thing is kind of semi-perverted. But I wanted a good fit. I got a good fit. Maybe a little too good. Come on. Oh boy. I know we're getting there, but jeez. Jeez, Pete's. Okay. I mean, technically I could just stop there, you know, it does the job. I really want to get this done the right way, though. The koi label's getting covered. See? Almost there. One more push. There we go. Look at that. Success. Let's get this wrapped over. Like that. Ken, by this time I would have given up and started a new one. Yeah, that probably would have been the smarter thing to do. But through spite, all things are possible. Now, which way should this go? Yep, pointing up. Point it this way. that. And there we go, kids. All right. Look at that. It has just a little bit of leather there to keep the bottom from smashing on things. It's all fully protected. Tip's not going to get gummed up anymore. Boop. Perfecto. Now let's see you get it out. I mean, if I was going to get it out, Ken, I just... But this is a disposable unit, so... I mean, I could get it out, but why would I? Maybe if I decide to buy a new one. But let's switch over to the chat screen. Let's finish this morning out, because I'm a little over time, but I also started a wee bit late. So, nice little doobly-doo. Still works just fine. So, let me pick all the gunk out of here out real quick first, and then we will a lot of little gunkies. All right. I'm happy. And I actually had a small little project to do today with you guys. What I want to know is why my palm is red. Yeah, we'll figure that out another time. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This was fun. I enjoyed the conversations, and I appreciate it. I appreciate you, and thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.